Hello, 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 hello. How are you doing tonight? Hello, how you doing? And what are you getting into? For those who don't know me, this is Alina S. Brown, and I work with women to help them enhance, empower, and execute on ideas they have in life and in business. Yes, 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 yes. So today I went to the Texas. Hello, Goddess. How are you? Today I went to the Texas Motor Speedway, and it was quite interesting. You just never know where life is going to take you. You really don't. You don't never know what you're going to end up, where you're going to end up. You never know what's going to actually end up happening. And that was just something that was on my spirit today. That's why it's called I'll Take You There. So I came across some people that I met, people all walks of life, and just out there in NASCAR, people just not having a care in the world. There's a lot of people coupled up, and I'll talk about that another time, another day. Or I might tell the Goddess, and she could probably go into the dynamics of what was really going on out there. But it was very, very interesting, a lot of fun. And I'll be back out on the NASCAR again on Tuesday. I'll be on Sunday. But I was just thinking, I'll take you there. I was just thinking of where your thoughts can take you. Because I remember in 2016, at the end of 2016, I was like, listen, I'm not staying in California. I'm leaving. And I said, I'm going to spend less than one more year here at this company. I'm leaving. So you guys don't depend on me. And matter of fact, take me back to another location, because I want to move to another location where I want to work, because I'm leaving here. And so I didn't know how I was going to go, where I wanted to go. I didn't know how I was going to do, but I knew I was going to not stay there, because I feel like that my skill set was more expansive than where I was. And I also felt like that what I was doing, I could have been doing something different. And I did not want to live on the West Coast any longer. So with that being said, just think about where your mind can take you. And so I thought that thought, and I continued to visualize that thought, and I verbalized it every day throughout the day. I would say, don't get used to this, get to know her. This is my customer. I started turning my customers over to people and telling them, listen, I'm not going to be here. They kept on saying, girl, you ain't going nowhere. Where you going, girl? You still here. You ain't going nowhere. And they would say that to me all the time. I would say, don't get used to me. This is so-and-so. Get to know them. Get to know this person. Get their phone number. Make contact with them, because one day you're going to contact me and I'm not going to be here. So fast forward the next year, which was 2017, I left. And I came to Texas. And I was driving around Texas today, and I was like, I wanted to be back here. This is where I wanted to be. And I've experienced Top Golf. I've experienced going to the NRA. I've experienced going to the Texas Motor Speedway. I mean, I'm just doing all kinds of things. And I'm like, okay. It's just imagine where your brain can take you in places, and it would connect you to people that you never thought you would ever meet. And I remember when I first started going live, and I remember when I first started speaking to women, I felt like that I wanted to help share things that I had went through, things that were in my life, things that I feel like could help people to get results a lot quicker. I can take things and I can actually help you to strategize and get instructions to go where you need to go, because places that I have been myself. And I'm like, man, people need to know the shortcut. They're not shortcut. People need to know this is the way that you can go. There's a map you can follow. There's a strategy that you can get somewhere. I remember my first time going live, I was just so afraid, but I feel like I had something to say. And I feel like women, I wasn't the only woman that felt that way. And I came across people who helped me, and I'm like, well, you need to share this. I need to share it. I came across 3 women today that they all were an affinity group. They were poised. They were polished. They were polite. They were positioned. Passionate. They were beautiful looking, soft in appearance, beautiful on the outside. They all shared the same passion for visual arts, for media, and that sort of stuff. They were doing media for us to do our capture for the NASCAR. And they all had been in the military in different branches. And they all were women of color. And they were intelligent. They had some great stories, but they were poised. The way they spoke, they were very definite, they were very deliberate, and they were very directed in their tone and in their mannerisms. And they exuded femininity. And I said, wow, how were you able to hold on to your femininity where you were in the military? And they were all like, yeah, like that was never an issue. Who they were always going to be that, no matter what venue. And when I asked them questions about their personal life, they were so focused. It was like light bulbs were going off. Now, I'm not trying to be funny. It was really that serious. Like, I can't explain it, but it was like light bulbs were going off. When I were asking them questions, they were very distinct. They were very definite. They were very focused. She's like, oh, no, that's not where I'm going. That's not where I'm going to be. That's not what I'm doing. And I was playing with one lady. I said something to her. She says, oh, no, that won't be happening to me. And so you can live your life in such a disciplined way to where your thoughts and everything is so directed till you begin to change the circumstances and situations and people that you will have to come in contact with and align with. We are some powerful human beings, but we don't really live like that. And when you meet people who live very focused, they're not living by chance or happenstance. They stand out from the crowd in their inner essence. So I was like, and they were all taken, as I would say, by providers, not by deadbeats. And so I was like, wow. I watched their talk. I watched their tone. I watched their way of speaking. I watched their mannerism, and they were so focused. And I said, how long were you in the military? One said she served 6 years. One person served 5, and another person was in there 8 years. The discipline and the mindset that they had from being there, but they were so very feminine. Their hands, the way that they sat, the way that they talked. And what brought them all together was the fact that they were alignment. They actually had something that they pursued outside of their marriages, outside of their families, they were aligned with women who actually served in the military like they did, women who were definite, deliberate, and directed, and also people who actually, they shared the same thing for digital, for visual arts, for media. And they were there to capture our media. And we work with vets. And I was like, wow. And I just sat with them, and I was in their presence. I said, can I get your Instagram? Can I get your Instagram? And I was just so excited. And I would say, wow, you never know where it's going to take you. Like I came across, I always call her Godless. I came across Tisha. I always tell you guys, go check out Tasha T. Young, T-I, then Y-U-N-G, that type of Young, Tasha T. Young. I was thinking, when I made those thoughts and I was deciding what type of women I wanted to align with, what type of friends I wanted in my life, and I began to see myself talking to certain type of women and what kind of our conversations would be about. We're talking about, reading and metaphysics and learning and love and lessons. And I was just thinking to myself, I went from a tumultuous relationship to a lot of craziness to actually being able to see things become streamlined and different in my life now. And I know our thoughts will take us there. Our thoughts can take us there every morning, visualizing, every morning praying, seeing my daughter here, seeing my daughter move around the city, saying stuff. Now my daughter lives here. So just know that your thoughts will take you somewhere. Be careful what you think, because you may materialize it. The mind is electric. The tongue is prophetic. The body's magnetic. Love is elective, and life is subjective. I'm going to say this again. The mind is electric. The tongue is prophetic. The body is magnetic. Love is elective, and life is subjective. Let us always pay attention to our thoughts, and pay attention to what we're aligning with. Pay attention to what we are resonating with. things that people say, I always say I cancel that out. Sometimes people say stuff to me and I say to my mind, I cancel that out. I can't have this conversation with this person. Hey, baby, how you doing, baby? I ain't seen you so long, Talisha. I said to myself, and then I met another person today named Talisha too. I've been saying to myself, I can't align with this. But our thoughts would take us there. I'm a Southern Belle. I say this all the time. I'm a Southern Belle. I live in the South. I just kept professing over and over and over and over and over and over. And I'm here. There's some other things I'm about to profess. I'm professing. I'm saying. I'm believing. I'm seeing. I'm knowing. I'm visualizing it in the morning. When I'm walking, I'm taking a walk. When I'm dancing to the tune of a new beat. I know in my mind, in my heart, in my spirit, that things are coming together for me. Things are working out for my good. Things are working out for my children and my grandchildren. I thank God for my granddaughter. And I begin to go into another zone because it'll take you there. Where are you going? Where are you going? Because you're going somewhere. Thank y'all for the love. Y'all so sweet. Thank you for the love. Please share the video. Like and share, like and share, like and share. I say this all the time. But where are you going? Because your thoughts are propelling you somewhere, either upward and onward or either backwards. But we're never just marking time. So I share my thoughts today because I was thinking all these experiences I'm having now was in my mind. Now they're in manifestation. I always talk about NASCAR and I'm there behind. You can go in the pit. You can see what's going on. Have to put the head muffs on. Being up close. Down there. Woo! Seeing it all. Getting behind the scenes. Being there not just as a spectator, but actually being with the teams and stuff. That's something. But I always talked about it. I was talking about it all the time. And so now I'm there. So I'm saying this to say that, your thoughts will take you somewhere. Where are your thoughts taking you? What are you visualizing? What are you seeing? What are you manifesting through your prayers, through your meditation? What type of friends are you aligning with? When Tasha said something the other day, she said, you must align with other women that are like-minded and form a sisterhood and a sister circle that is formidable. Because that helps you with the opposite sex as well. You need to get in touch with other women who are like you. And I was thinking, wow, that's important. A lot of times we're like, I don't have women friends. I only got men friends. Like, there's something to be great. That's something to brag about. But if you can't get along with people that look like you, that act like you, then something wrong with you. Where are our thoughts taking us? Are we saying things that we don't want to see manifested over our families, over our friends, over our finances, over our children? I use my words to create, never to destroy. I'm a believer, not a doubter. I'm a victor, not a victim. I'm a conqueror, not a complainer. I'm a leader, not a follower. I'm a giver, not a taker. I'm a problem solver, not an excuse maker. I'm the head and not the tail. I'm above only and not beneath. I'm the lender and not the borrower. I'm chosen by God. I'm loved by God. I'm protected by God. No weapon formed against me shall prosper. What are we thinking? Where are we going? What are we saying over ourselves? When I talked with those women today, they were poised, they were passionate, they were polite, and they were polished. And they were very distinct. And they were very deliberate and definite and directed in how they carried themselves. And I said, discipline is beautiful. But a lot of times we want to run from discipline. We don't want to be early to stuff. We don't want to be early. We don't want to be on time. We don't want to keep our word, even if it hurts us. We don't want to, when we say stuff, we take it back so easily like we didn't even say nothing. It's something to be said for people who have that discipline, for people who have that consistency, and they have that committed mindset. It's a beautiful thing on the outside, but it's a spiritual essence that lifts others that when they come around you. And that's what they all had in that's what they all had in common, was passion and discipline. They all got that from the military. And I'm telling you this, where are you going? Your thoughts will take you there. They're taking us somewhere. Where are we going? What are we choosing? What are we seeing? And do we dare to believe our prayers? Do we dare to believe what we say, what we think, what we do? Do our actions begin to line up with the thing that we say that we're looking to materialize and manifest? Do we believe to the point that our conversations become changed and become aligned with that which we have spoken out? Because someone said to me the other day that this and this and that is about my child and it's all over the place. And I begin to say, God has answered. And they said, what do you mean God has answered? Because declaring the end from the beginning, from ancient times, things have never been done, saying my counsel shall stand. Declaring the end from the beginning. We call those things that be not as though they were. Why do we say these things, but we don't align with the thoughts and the words that and the spirit of the language? We articulate stuff, but we don't begin to demonstrate it in our life. Because if I know that my children are delivered, and that I know that my thing is turned around, and I know that no one can actually put me in a position that I don't want to be in, when I begin to speak the power over myself, I begin to walk in the posture of what I've said, no matter what it's looking like. You cannot take this from me, because anything that belongs to me is mine. This is mine by the God's design. It will never be taken from me. And if I begin to say that and I believe that and I begin to walk with a posture, I begin to talk with a certain way. So what are you going to do? Then I begin to say, what do you mean what I'm going to do? What do you mean what I'm going to do is already done? This thing is already taken care of. And I begin to talk with such confidence. I remember one time I was somewhere with my god sister and I said to her, she was sitting out and she had been going through some things and somebody had been trying to take some things from her. I mean, property and some businesses and some major things. And I looked over to her and I touched her because I felt led at that time. And I touched her and I said to her, I said, it's already done. And I began to speak to her that thing that had been done. And she began to, and of course it was just completely taken care of. So I don't understand. This is what I don't like. I see a lot of people quoting a lot of stuff, but they don't live the quotes. Baby, you got to walk the quote out. After it comes out your mouth, now you got to walk it. So when somebody come to tell you something, somebody called me about something today, I said, listen, let me explain to you how this is going to go down. Let me help you understand how this is going to end up. Because you speak with confidence, because that's where it's going to take you. It's going to take you there. Where are we going? What are we doing? Every day I'm coming over here talking about something. I'm fighting something. I'm coming against something. I'm standing for something. I said that today is day number what? Day number 35 of 100 to a brand new me. Join me on my journey. I'm coming across lots of beautiful people. I'm having great experiences. Life was for the living, and it's meant for us to live definite, deliberate, and directed. Hi, Krista. I ain't seen you in so long, sweetie. How you doing? So it's meant for us to live on purpose and to really take it seriously, the things that we saying, to show up for ourselves and to live in our being and to know that we're the highest, truest, kindest expression of ourselves in this realm of this plane of where we're on. Because your thoughts are always taking you there. Where is there? Where you've projected in your brain. Where is there? Where you've projected with your mouth. Where is there? Where you allowing into your reticular activating in your thoughts, your mind, your heart, your spirit. Whatever you allowing to arrange, whatever you agree with and align with and resonate with, that is taking you there. So if you aligning with adultery, then you begin to start seeing adulterous things in your life. And I'm not just talking about man and a woman adultery. I'm just talking about adulterous things, which could be horrible things. Or if you align with fear, then you begin to resonate with fear, and you talk about fear, you begin to see that showing up in your life. But if you begin to align with things that you know you were looking to, it would take you there. Your mouth, your eyes, your ears will take you there. Where are you visualizing? What are you speaking? Where are you going? Because wherever you're going, wherever you're speaking, you are taking you there. Peace and blessings. Like and share, like and share, like and share the video. Tell a friend. Peace and blessings, you guys. Have a good one.